Come by, bring a rack. New grill and a bunch of snacks. And where we going, you don't need a map. You don't need a nap, you don't need jack. Except lots of people, some very loud speakers, cold drinks and good. Join me, one thing, good vibes only. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun. Hey, what you wanna do? Think about to do it. Think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Down. Do something crazy.
Do something crazy. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun. Hey, what you wanna do? Think about to do it. Think about to do it. Do something crazy. Hey, do what you wanna do.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Falcons going up against the Eagles. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. On first down, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. Got a man, that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. 11 yards for number 11.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Here we go!
Now Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Wentz now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Desmond Trufant has made a great reputation in a short amount of time in the NFL. A lockdown corner that most teams don't attempt to try.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. Wentz going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 18 yards there and a first down.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's got this one down to the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Wendell Smallwood, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
To throw is Taylor. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick-6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Escape Taylor, hit, he lost the football. Room here to run. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
Here we go. Flex round.
2nd and 10. It's Taylor again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion. And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Wentz to throw on second down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Watch left. Start right there. Hey, we got 3 down.
So second and goal here from the 9. A give to the fullback on the dive. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Taylor to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now it's Taylor, flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go. Flex round.
On second down, Taylor. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Ohio. Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Alert 3. Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On second down, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Come on, let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Flushed out right. And now here is another down the numbers. There he goes. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, having awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many
three-syllable word.
syllables, yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
190. Mike 56, Mike 56.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. After the interception, here's Taylor. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now it's the backup Cousins. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Cousins will try and throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They give to Smallwood. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 12 yards to go on third down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Detroit!
Now Wentz on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles are pouring it on. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
Third and long for Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Let's go. Here we go now.
They come up with an offset eye. Throwing now is Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Let's go. Green.
Wentz shakes off the sack, and down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Vic Beasley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key to tight end. Here we go now. Green.
Cousins now on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
On play action, Cousins steps away to his left. And he's got his man to the comebacker. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So pass interference, partnered with all the rule changes, it is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch him after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch him while the ball's not in the...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2nd down now after the pass completion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he fends him off. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Wentz. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Wentz to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that brings up 4th down.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or some...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the I. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the San Diego Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a home date next week against...
Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No-name nuisance. Stews in a bedroom. Booze in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde. Got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone out to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, a little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all that you do. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Haunted by the thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was blooming addiction. A miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute. Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil of linen. Joy to the poison. Voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studios strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right or a torso.